Hi, folks. Welcome back to episode 2 of The World According to Eric and Gracie. She felt after last week's video that she had participated and that she needed some credit. And I had to agree. We had some meetings this week. We discussed the criticisms of the video from various people that are close to me, and I value their opinions and looking to improve the channel. All good, solid ideas. Some of them I took to heart, some of them I may later. First, you'll notice that we're filming from a different set. This is like Studio B, otherwise known as the dining room. Gracie is present, and she is taking a very backseat role, as you can imagine, with her. And you know, she was very vocal in the meetings this week about the direction of the channel. She had some concerns. Here's an excerpt from that meeting that was probably one of the more intense moments. Yeah, so after that, how could I not be convinced that some things needed to change? So I'm going to do several different segments today, and one of them is a continuation of what I started last week, but I thought more than just look at the lyrics of a song. It's like, you know, music history is also very fascinating, and songs and lyrics and the history of the song. And today I just want to touch on one briefly, and this is a very famous song that was released in the U.S. in 1972 by the group America, although it was written in, the U.K. The inspiration of this song is a little bit controversial. Horse is a reference to heroin. The gentleman who wrote the song, Dewey Bunnell, claims that it was more inspired by his childhood visits to the Arizona, New Mexico desert. Also, while they were writing the song, they were at a friend's house in the UK, and apparently this friend had some art in the house, and one of them was a Salvador Dali piece that took place in the desert, along with MC Escher, who depicted a horse riding out of a scene. And frankly, if the guy had Salvador Dali hanging in his house and MC Escher, I have his respect because I admire both of those artists. Although when I do look at some of their work, it's like, yeah, okay, that's out there, but it's interesting, and the fact that it's original and they thought of it. So once the song debuted in the U.S., it quickly went to number one. There was a lot of criticism among music people that were established in this country, some bias and prejudice, and I think one of the problems was there was a little bit of jealousy because when it hit number one, it actually replaced Neil Young's Heart of Gold, which was a huge hit, and it's one of my favorite songs. Maybe one day we'll take a look at that, but to this day, Dewey claims that the song was nothing more than a metaphor of a guy looking for a vehicle to get away from life's confusion, and that the horse was a means to an end, to more of a quiet, perpetual peace. And, whatever, who knows? There was no social media in those days, so it couldn't be debated and hashed over. It was what it was. Either you liked the song for what it was, took it at face value, and that was it. I like the song. I have one complaint about the song. It's not really a complaint. It's just something that I've vocalized over the years. It's like the horse had no name. So my contention was it's not really practical. You ride a horse into the desert. You get off to do your business. The horse runs off. You can't call the horse back because he's got no name. And then what happens? You're alone in the desert with no horse. So that was actually my only contention. So that's the music segment for this week, and we're going to move into another feature that I may continue on a weekly basis. It's something that I enjoy. As many of you know that know me personally, I am a photographer. I do enjoy taking a lot of pictures, landscape, not so many people pictures, but as an artist, actually, and in Studio B here, I have, the dining room. I have some of my favorite pictures on the wall behind me, and a painting that I finished a couple of months ago, and it creeps a lot of people out, including my wife, because the eyes are kind of looking at you. But I figured then, if that's the case, then the painting is doing what it's supposed to and draws your interest to it. Whether it's creepy or not, who knows? I'd be interested in your comments if you think that's a creepy painting. And speaking of the comments and the interaction, I'd love to have more comments. I had one last week, and it was actually spot on in context with the music references. And I'm going to try to garner some likes and some subscriptions, because I do plan to keep this channel going. And although it may change differently week to week, I really hope that it can catch on with some people. And at least I know a few of my family members will subscribe. Now, I took an inventory of my family members, and honestly, not all of them subscribe. So I don't know if they watch a lot of YouTube videos, but I may be sending out mailers to family videos. It's like, look, you're obligated to subscribe, okay? Whether you watch it or not, at least subscribe. But, I'll deal with that at another time off camera. Gracie and I will discuss it next week. And she's here now. She's kind of didn't want to be on camera today. She's a little on the tired side, which, of course, she's tired a lot because that's what she does. She sleeps pretty much all the time. But trust me, she is here by my side. She is part of the video, and she had a lot of input this week, as we earlier discussed. So the last segment of the show today is going to reveal one of my passions in life, and that is photography. I had a studio shoot this week, and I'm pretty happy with the outcome. So yeah, I'd appreciate your feedback on that. It may or may not be to your liking, but as an artist and a creator, I took some license creativity-wise with this particular photo shoot, and it could be controversial, but hey, what's not controversial on the internet? So I'm going to leave you with the photo shoot and some of the slides from that. And again, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to making a video next week and having you folks give it a look and give me some feedback. And other than that, just take care, have a great week, and we'll see you later. Looking good, Kenny. Looking good. Kenny, you had one job.